The symptoms of pregnancy. Symptoms of pregnancy. In this video today, we are going to learn about the symptoms of pregnancy. We are talking about the symptoms of pregnancy. Gerard Massa, the health educator, is the name of the channel. And remember, if you have any questions, you can connect with me and I will answer all your questions. We are talking about the symptoms of pregnancy. And if you have been asking yourself, what are the early signs of pregnancy? How can you tell that you are pregnant? Today, we are talking about the symptoms of pregnancy. We've been talking about ovulation in our previous videos. If you missed the lessons on ovulation, ovulation simply means the release of an egg. We talk about ovulation as our startup lesson because specifically to go to the symptoms of pregnancy, we need to have a brief history about, we need to know something about ovulation. When an egg is released, basically the whole of this is an ovary and it is filled with egg cells, also known as follicles or ovarian follicles. So when a mature egg is released, it actually goes around this part. This part is called the ampulla, where it stays for only 12 to 24 hours. Thereafter, when it meets a viable sperm, it is basically fertilized and then it travels backwards up to the uterine lining where it implants. So we need to talk about what are the signs, what are the symptoms of pregnancy. And yes, we are going to talk about this in our video today. Gerard Massa, the health educator, is the name of the channel. Remember to subscribe for new videos we put out every day. So how can you detect that you are pregnant? What are the signs of pregnancy? We are talking about the signs of pregnancy. We shall talk about one sign at a go, or we shall talk about one point at a go, and then we shall expound more, we shall explain more about this. So specifically, when we look at this diagram, you realize that the first sign of pregnancy is dizziness. Normally in early pregnancy, you will experience dizziness, and specifically dizziness is that point when you are moving but you begin seeing as if things are moving around. You begin seeing as if the whole world is rotating. Basically, this is due to the dilated blood vessels. When you become pregnant, the hormones, specifically progesterone, it actually makes your blood vessels to dilate. They increase in size, and then as a result, there's what we call reduced venous return, or there's what we call reduced blood supply reaching your brain, and in such a way you end up getting the dizziness. It is always advisable that when you experience this dizziness, it is very important that you increase the amount of fluids you take, you increase the amount of water you take. This can help with bringing down the dizziness. And then also, if this dizziness comes when you are moving, maybe you are moving on a busy street, it is advisable that you actually stop in one place. This dizziness will subside. It's normally short-lived. If the dizziness increases, in spite of the fact that you've taken more water, you've increased the amount of water you are taking, then it is high time you need to talk to your doctor, who will go ahead and check your blood pressure. The normal blood pressure is supposed to be 100 up to 140, the upper reading, which is also known as the systolic reading. And then the downer reading, also known as the diastolic, is supposed to be 60 up to 90. The upper one is supposed to be 100 up to 140. The downer one should be at least 60 up to 90. If your blood pressure has been checked and your levels are below 100/60, then it means you are having what we call hypotension. reduced blood flow in your system, reduced blood flow reaching the brain, and in such a way you are experiencing the dizziness. This can be easily managed in a nearby facility, in a nearby clinic, whereby your doctor will prescribe you medication. Normally it will be IV fluids, and these can help, but the most important thing is you need to increase the fluid intake. Next pregnancy symptom is tender breasts. Your breasts begin becoming tender. By tender breasts, we are meaning that your breasts tend to actually become painful when you try to touch on your breasts, more specifically the areola, or that part where the baby is going to be suckling. It becomes tender, it becomes painful, and as a result you may feel that this is not really normal. What is happening is that there is a hormone also known as prolactin. It tends to bring about this tenderness, but normally this can normalize. You don't need to worry about it. This can stabilize as the pregnancy proceeds. Next early pregnancy symptom is fatigue and tiredness. Fatigue and tiredness is also experienced by pregnant women who are in semester, their first trimester. The fatigue and tiredness is specifically due to the hormones circulating in your body. You just need to make sure that you keep yourself hydrated. You just need to make sure that you eat some crackers, eat small meals in between. Keep yourself hydrated, drink plenty of water, and if the fatigue and tiredness increases, you should actually contact your doctor, you should contact your doctor who will go ahead and do some tests on you, like the CBC or the complete blood count test, where your blood cells will be assessed. In case they discover, the results come out and they show that you are having what we call low HB or low hemoglobin. If your blood pigment, the hemoglobin, also known as the HB, is low, then your doctor will prescribe you some medications to stabilize your blood, and even your dietitian will advise on the food. Next pregnancy symptom is increased sensitivity to smells. A pregnant woman who is in her early trimester normally experiences increased sensitivity to smell. When these hormones, the estrogen and the progesterone hormone, are increased, these are pregnancy-friendly hormones. But when in your early trimester, when you've just got pregnant, what is going to happen is that these hormones are going to increase. This increase in these hormones also leads to increased sensitivity to smell, in such a way that the foods you used to eat, the foods you used to enjoy, they actually tend to really upset you. You actually become so sensitive to them. You do not need to worry. This is happening just because it's happening because of the hormones, and this can always stabilize. So you just need to make sure that you at least eat those foods which are not really which do not offset you, which do not make you to really have that sensitivity. These foods can include bland foods, for example, those foods that are not really so oily. So thanks a lot, my friend. The name of the channel is called Gerard Massa, the health educator, and today we are talking about symptoms of pregnancy, the early pregnancy symptoms. And remember to subscribe so that you watch our new videos we put out every day. And we are moving on to our next early pregnancy symptom, and this is nausea. Pregnant mothers tend to experience nausea. By nausea and vomiting, we are talking about that process where you feel that really you want to vomit all the time. You do not need to worry about this. This normally stabilizes as the pregnancy goes on. The nausea and the vomiting is due to hormones still moving in your body, circulating in your body. The hormones include the progesterone and also estrogen. These tend to bring about the nausea, and when this nausea comes and it's really increasing, you specifically have to make sure that you take at least plenty of cold water, very cold water. You could actually also take some ice crystals, and also it is very, very important to make sure that you actually tend to bring about this nausea, but you don't need to worry. This nausea can always come down. It can always stabilize. You just need to take plenty of cold water. You could also opt for ice crystals, and then also you could make some ginger, mix it in hot water, warm water, and then take it. You could also take some orange juice. Basically, you get an orange, cut it into two, and then put in some hot water and then take. You could even just suck the orange when it is still not mixed. It's basically plain oranges. You can suck them. They have lots of vitamin C, which is very important in bringing down the feeling of nausea. If the nausea increases, please don't hesitate. Go ahead and see your doctor. Your doctor will recommend at least drugs for you. There are over-the-counter medications which can be used in case you are having nausea. These drugs will be prescribed to you by your doctor, and also monitoring will be done. Next pregnancy symptom is mood swings. Whenever you are pregnant, there's going to be a surge of hormones. There's going to be an increase of hormones. We've talked about these hormones. These are pregnancy-friendly hormones known as progesterone and estrogen. When progesterone and estrogen hormones are increasing, you are going to experience mood swings. This should also be understood by your partner, that this is a normal occurrence. This is a normal thing that is happening. So you just simply need to communicate, and also, if it is possible, avoid quarrels as much as possible. You basically need to understand that this is a phase which will come down as the pregnancy moves on to the following subsequent months. Thanks a lot, my friend. Hit the subscribe button so that you'll be the first to get these videos I put out every day. We are moving to our second last pregnancy symptom, and Gerald Massa, the health educator, is the name of the channel. And please, thanks a lot for staying with me this far, and we are about to complete just a few more points here. So next pregnancy symptom is frequent urination. When you get pregnant, there's going to be changes in your body. The blood vessels are going to dilate. When they dilate, it means that there's going to be more supply of blood to your kidneys. When the kidneys are supplied with lots of blood, there's going to be more supply of blood reaching, actually, filtration is taking place in the kidneys, and thereafter, after filtration has taken place, then this blood is going to, this urine which has been filtered is going to be pushed downwards to your urinary bladder, and in the process there's going to be frequent urination. This has to be understood. You just make sure that you should monitor your urination. If at all it is just more than normal, you need to contact your doctor. There could be an infection like a urine tract infection or a UTI, whereby urine analysis tests can be done to determine which type of UTI could be causing this. But frequent urination is expected. The main reason is because there's increased blood flow. And this is due to the dilated or the blood vessels expanding. Still, hormones bring about this. You do not need to worry. It's a normal thing, but it can always stop as the pregnancy grows. Last pregnancy symptom is there's going to be a missed period. When we talk about a missed period, also known as amenorrhea, this is due to the fact that when you get pregnant, there's going to be a hormone that is going to be released. This hormone is known as the HCG hormone, also known as the human chorionic gonadotropin hormone. The human chorionic gonadotropin hormone, or the HCG hormone, is always the hormone we test in urine. What happens is that this hormone goes ahead and it tells you the fact that when you get pregnant, there's going to be a hormone called human chorionic gonadotropin hormone, which is going to be released. This hormone, specifically, it communicates to your ovaries to stop producing. There's going to be a hormone that is going to be produced, and specifically, this hormone, known as the human chorionic gonadotropin hormone, communicates to your ovaries, and basically tells your ovaries to stop producing the mature eggs or the mature follicles. So when the eggs have been cut off, when communication has been made, then there's not going to be a period. The main reason is because the HCG hormone stops everything from happening. Thanks a lot, my friend. In today's lesson, we've been talking about the early pregnancy symptoms or the symptoms of pregnancy. Gerard Massa, the health educator, is the name of the channel. And remember to join us, support our work so that we can make more videos for you, so that we can reach more people. You can support us so that we grow and impact more people. And thanks a lot, my friend, for being with me in this lesson. I hope you have learned something. You remember to subscribe for new videos we put out every day. Hit that red button, the subscription button, so that you'll be the first to see our videos we put out every day. And if you have some questions in regards to what I've talked about, or if you would like to have a one-on-one consultation with me, you can consult me on my WhatsApp. And yes, we can go ahead and interact more. We can advise you and tell you in case you have any questions. We can always advise you. We have plenty of clients we are handling on WhatsApp. You join me so that we can talk more. May God bless and protect us all. And please remember to read the description for details about today's lesson. And please remember to ask me all your questions down below in the comments. I will answer all your questions. Let me know if you have any questions. Have yourself a fantastic and healthy day. Bye bye. God bless. Thank you, my friend, for attending today's lesson. I hope you have learned something. And please, if you have any questions in regards to what we've just discussed, leave your questions in the comments. Ask me your questions. I will answer all your questions. On this channel, Gerard Massa, the health educator, I talk about women's health. Have yourself a fantastic and healthy day, and may God bless us all. Bye-bye.